status is confirmed. A great reward for a terrific season. Now, here's how the brackets shape up based on where the number 1 seeds have been assigned. In one national semifinal game, the winner of the Washington, D.C. regional will play the winner of the Atlanta regional. In the other semifinal game, the winner of the Minneapolis regional will play the winner of the Oakland regional. Those games will be played on Saturday, April 1st. Then it'll be on to the national championship game on Monday night, April the 3rd. We now know who the number 1 seeds are. What do you think?
Well, I think we're looking at the 4 best teams in the country without question. Good choices by the selection committee from my perspective.
So, with the number 1 seeds out of the way, it's finally time to tackle the rest of the brackets. We look first at the Washington, D.C. regional. The Ohio State Buckeyes are the top seed, finishing at 27-3. Winners of the Big Ten Conference regular season. They'll take on the winner of the opening round game, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. With 17 wins, take on the Stony Brook Seawolves out of the America East Conference.
I got Georgia Tech in that Stony Brook game.
Come into the tournament first in their conference during the regular season and were losers in their first game at their conference tournament. They're going to play the number 9 seed, the Connecticut Huskies, who were 8th in their conference, finishing at 8th.
I got Connecticut.
The Washington Huskies enter the field as the number 4 seed. Coming out of the Pac-10, this is their 12th appearance in the NCAA tournament in the history of their school. They'll be getting ready to face the number 13 seed, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. Finished the season with 19 wins. They're the regular season champions of the Ohio Valley Conference. The Florida Gators come in as the
I got Washington.
This will be their 11th appearance all time in the NCAA tournament, and they will take on the 12th seed out of the Big Sky Conference. The Montana Grizzlies are their conference regular season winners. Next up is the number 2 seed, the Syracuse Orange.
I got Florida
as one of the best teams out of the Big East. They'll be going up against the number 15 seed, the Fairfield Stags, with 15 wins. This is their 3rd appearance in the NCAA tournament in team history. Our number 7 seed is out of the horizon.
I got Syracuse.
Panthers come into the NCAA tournament as winners of their regular season and conference tournament championships. They are going to play the number 10 seed, the Boston College Eagles, who were 5th in their conference, finishing at 19-11. And now the number 3 seed, the Temple Owls, come into the tournament first in their conference during the regular season and were semifinalists.
I got Milwaukee in that other game.
They finally get to see their name in the brackets. It'll be a fun night for these folks. The Mountaineers of Mount St. Mary come in to face them at number 14 with
I got Temple
and a Northeast Conference tournament championship behind them. The Cougars of the College of Charleston are in as the number 6 seed.
I got Harvard.
NCAA tournament for the first time in 7 years. They'll be taking on the number 11 seed. The Harvard Crimson come in as regular season champions of the Ivy League. I always like to look down the road and try to find the most intriguing matchups in the later rounds, and this bracket could give us one of those. A pairing of the top 2 seeds in this bracket's regional final would be just an awesome game, and I think it's going to happen. Anything special that jumps out at you in that bracket?
The Fairfield Stags will be an extremely dangerous team in this tournament, mainly because they have such terrific veteran leadership. Coaches love when they have guys on the floor that have been around the block a few times because they don't get rattled. They play with composure. I look at the experience of this team as something that could put them over the top.
Next up, we'll take a look at the Atlanta Regional.
Friday, but that's
The
just for
Memphis
lab
Tigers
draw.
are the top seed, finishing at 25-6.
But the
Wins
next
up the
one with
Conference
the
USA
site
regular season and
is
tournament title. They'll take on the East Tennessee State Buccaneers, the number 16 ranked team. This marks
the
their
one who's
7th
saying now,
appearance
he's
ever in the
Asian. You know,
NCAA
Asians don't
tournament.
have no fucking
And
sex
now
drive
the number
anyway.
8 seed,
So
the
he don't know
Red
what the
Storm
fuck's
of
wrong
St.
with my
John,
son.
come into the tournament
sounds
first
black,
in
dude.
their
There's gonna be
conference during the
dots.
regular season and finish 2nd in their conference tournament. And check out the happy scene as their place in the brackets is confirmed. Looks like it's party time. The Jackson State Tigers.
I got Memphis
with 21 wins,
and I got
conference regular season champion.
Jackson State.
The Duke Blue Devils come in as the number 4 seed. This will continue their tremendous run of consecutive tournament appearances.
I got Duke.
On the 13th seed out of the Pac-10, the USC Trojans got an at-large bid from the selection committee after a solid all-around season. The Texas El Paso Miners enter the field as the number 5 seed. Coming out of Conference USA,
I got Georgetown.
All time in the NCAA tournament. They'll be getting ready to face the number 12 seed, the Georgetown Hoyas. Finished the season with 19 wins. They're coming off an impressive season out of the Big East. Our Our number 2 seed is out of the Mia.
I got Coppin State. My best friend, Phil Bibbs and Brandon Bibbs, his brother, also one of my best friends. That's his team, Coppin State.
Who came in first in their conference tournament, finishing at 17.
My team, Loyola Marymount. Let's see where they get. Let's see if we made it to the tournament.
Conference tournament champions of the SEC. They'll be going up against the number 10 seed, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
I got Iowa in that
They
one.
return once more to the very familiar surroundings of the NCAA tournament. The Gonzaga Bulldogs are in as the number 3 seed. They earn their 7th consecutive trip to the NCAA tournament. They'll be taking on the number 14 seed, the Long Beach State 49ers. Come in.
I got Gonzaga.
Of the Big West Conference. And now the number 6 seed, the Southern Jaguars, come into the tournament after finishing second in their conference during the regular season and winners of their conference.
I got Southern. They beat me this year.
Who finished second in their conference tournament, finishing at 20-10. Well, I think there's the potential for some very interesting matchups down the road in this bracket. There are some strong teams in there, no doubt about that, and we could wind up with some games that look more like Final Four matchups than regional games. Is there any one team that stands out to you there?
The Duke Blue Devils are a team that is just so powerful and strong up front. I would put their front court up against just about any other teams in the nation right now. It's always good to have strong guard play, but if you ask most coaches, I guarantee you they take the good big man over the good little man most times. Their interior play should serve them very well in this competition.
Our third regional breakdown of the day. Let's take a look at the Minneapolis regional. The Marquette Golden Eagles are the top seed, finishing at 27.
I got Marquette.
Winners of the Big East Conference regular season.
This again is the best, the all-time teams. I put together a couple colleges, top players of all time.
Had a tremendous year that included a regular season championship. They're going to play the number 9 seed, the UNLV Runnin' Rebels.
I got
in their conference tournament,
UNLV.
and 10. The Arizona Wildcats enter the field as the number 4 seed, coming out of the Pac-10. This is their 24th appearance in the NCAA tournament.
Matter of fact, yeah, I got Houston in this one.
The Houston Cougars finished the season with 18 wins. They're coming off an impressive season out of Conference USA. The South Carolina Gamecocks are in as the number 5 seed. They return to the NCAA tournament.
I got South Carolina.
They'll be taking on the number 12 seed. The Clemson Tigers come in as an at-large bid out of the ACC. And now the number 2 seed.
Yes. Hank Gathers, Bo Kimball, Keith Walton, Matthias Markison, Adam Jaco, Loyola.
Looks like it's party time. The Northeastern Huskies come in to face them at number 15.
That's my team.
And the Colonial Athletic Conference tournament championship.
R.I.P. to Hank Gathers. I'm going to bring you a championship.
The Indiana Hoosiers have established themselves as one of the best teams out of the Big Ten. They'll be going up against the number 10 seed, the Bradley Braves, with 20 wins. This marks their 7th appearance in the NCAA tournament in team history. And now the number 3 seed, the Colorado Buffaloes, come into the tournament on the strength of a 3rd place finish in their conference regular season and were semifinalists in their conference tournament. They are going to play.
I got Loyola in my game, and I got
who came in first in their conference tournament, finishing at 18.
I got Colorado in this one.
The Utah State Aggies come in as the number 6 seed, and they take on the 11th seed out of the Patriot League.
I got Holy Cross in that.
Regular season and tournament winners after just a tremendous season for them. Certainly looks to me that this bracket is going to be the strongest of the 4. They have several teams I think are capable of not only getting to the Final Four, but of winning it all. And even some of the lower seeds here have the potential to advance. This is a really deep, really difficult bracket. What do you think about that one, Clark?
The Marquette Golden Eagles do the one thing that all great teams absolutely must do, and that's play.
Marquette has Dwayne Wade, Henry Allenson, Alfred Butchley, Lazar Hayward, Jimmy Butler. They got everybody that was their best players. They got everybody. Ohio State even has LeBron James, Greg Oden, Mike Conley. I put LeBron because if he would have went to college, that's where he would have went. They even got Herb Williams, They got what's the guy's name? Pavlicek. John Pavlicek.
This marks their 13th
LSU,
appearance in the NCAA tournament.
I got LSU and I got Villanova.
The Maryland Terrapins come into the tournament after
I got UMKC versus Maryland.
And were semifinalists in their conference tournament. And there are high fives all around back on campus where the celebration has already begun. The Missouri Kansas City Kangaroos come in to face them at number 13 with 20 wins and a Mid-Continent Conference tournament and regular season championship behind them. The Xavier Musketeers come in as the number 5 seed.
I got Xavier in that game.
All time in the NCAA tournament, and they will take on the 12th seed out of the Ohio Valley Conference. The Tennessee Tech Golden Eagle impressed the selection committee enough to earn an at-large bid, even if it is on the bottom half of the bracket. The Texas Longhorns enter the field as the number 2 seed, coming out of the Big 12. This will be their 23rd appearance in the NCAA tournament in school history. They'll be getting ready to face the number 15
I got
the Tennessee State Tigers. Finished the season with 15 wins. They're the tournament champions of the Ohio Valley Conference.
I got
and
Texas.
Number 7 seed, the George Washington Colonial, come into the tournament as the 4th
I got
team
Drake
of their
against
conference
George
during the regular
Washington.
season and winners of their conference tournament. They are going to play the number 10 seed, the Drake Bulldogs, who were regular season champions in their conference, finishing at 20 and 10. The Oklahoma Sooners are in as the number 3 seed. They'll be taking on the number 14 seed, the Idaho State Bengals.
I got Oklahoma.
Tournament champions of the Big Sky Conference. Our number 6 seed is out of the Big South Conference. The Charleston Southern Buccaneers are on a hot streak, having just won their conference tournament championship.
I got Stephen F. Austin. They beat me in the Southland Conference Championship, so I got Stephen F. Austin.
Cinderella teams, I'd say this bracket is the place. A lot of the lower seeds have the potential to knock off the big boys. If rooting for the underdog is your favorite part of the NCAA tournament, then keep an eye on this one. Well, Clark, what's your impression of the teams in the final bracket?